Over the past few days, Mad City has updated every single day, adding something new, mostly linked to this military base. And here it is, the final stage of this. I've made like YouTube shorts every day, every new note has been added. And now we're at this stage, this final stage, with this spaceship that's in the ground in the military base. There's like purple waves coming from it. There are these secret agents around here. And there's a lot to uncover, and there might be a lot of kind of confusion that you have regarding these updates. So in today's video, I'm going to go over all 6 of them, technically there are. Basically telling you about them and giving you the timeline from the first update that we saw something in the sky to the point where we are now. So then you'll know everything you need to know to prepare yourself for the next update. I don't know what the next update will be, but I'm sure it's going to be something very cool. So first we need to go back to a little over a week ago to when players actually saw a mysterious object in the sky. It looked like a certain vehicle and it was covered in fire and it was in the sky and it was very complicated. They literally just added nothing else to the game. They only added this kind of weird vehicle that was in the sky, and it looked like it was headed directly for the military base. Lots of players had speculations about it, what it's going to be, and some people, including myself, managed to actually TP up there to this spaceship. Well, we didn't have to speculate for much longer because a few days later, Mad City updated once again. This time it was actually a bigger update and it was part of the bi-weekly updates that they were doing. As you can see here around the desert actually got expanded. We've got like some sand, and we've got some weird towers, and then we've got some weird like purple glyphs floating around the pyramid. We also had a rift in the sky. We still have the rift, but it's gotten bigger over time. We'll get more into that soon. And then finally we had a spaceship that crashed down into the actual military base, and it caused this giant crater. So if you went to the military base and you saw the spaceship with the meteor that it has caused and you turned around, you'd actually see this board with different notes on there, but at the time there was only one note. This note mentions how an unidentified flying object, or a UFO, has been detected in the vicinity of the military base. The object is of unknown origin and appears to be of a highly advanced technological design. Preliminary analysis suggests it may be capable of interstellar travel. Further investigation is ongoing. So at the time you could see police around the military base kind of investigating this spaceship to see what it was all about. There was also a person spotted the opposite side of the military base. It was a police NPC, and if you spoke to them, they tell you to get away with them. It seems like they had some sort of infection with the purple glow on their helmet. There was a lot of confusion about this. What is actually linked to the spaceship? What does it cause? We didn't have to actually wait too long because only a few days later Mad City updated once again, and that is in the second note and a few other changes. The second note reads that the previously spotted UFO appears to have made a crash landing within the confines of the military base. No immediate signs of life have been detected, and the area has been cordoned off for a detailed examination of the vehicle. As you can see from this image, the police actually barricaded the military base to stop the public from accessing it so that they can actually have an analysis of this spaceship to see what it was about, who was in control of it, and where it came from. Then the following day we managed to get the third note, and this one had even more changes than the second one. This note mentions how they initially tried to enter the UFO, but they were unsuccessful because it seems to be sealed off with some unknown technology. The police have brought in specialists at this point to actually analyze and safely gain access to the vehicle. And as you can see from this image, there's the specialists. They came in white SWAT vans, and there's actually still one here in this final update here. This is exactly what they look like, as you can see from the image. There were also cranes that were spotted entering Area 51, and that was actually not mentioned in the notes, so it was a little bit confusing for players because what was the cranes actually doing if they weren't mentioned in the notes? And then the following day, the fourth note released into the game. The fourth note mentions how there are unusual energy readings that have been detected from the UFO, and precautions have been heightened because of the unexpected power surge that was a fear from the specialist and the police, which could cause the potential activation of the vehicle's systems. As you can see, we actually have some purple glow underneath this meteor, and this is exactly what it looked like. Literally, as soon as the fourth note released, we had this weird purple glow basically coming from the underneath of the meteor, which is very mysterious. The specialist was still trying to analyze what the spaceship actually was and where it came from, and these cranes that are very close now got a little bit closer. They are around where these police gates are right now. They were around at that point. So then that leads us to the final one. As you can see, the cranes right here are very, very close to the actual Area 51 base. We still aren't quite sure on what these cranes are actually for at this point. And then we also have these personnel NPCs just sitting around here. The fifth and final note reads how an anonymous benefactor provided funding for the reconstruction and upgrade of the military base, and it will begin reconstruction in the coming days. The amount that this benefactor paid was undisclosed, but it is substantial and will allow for significant improvements and enhancements to the current infrastructure. It's unclear on the purpose of this donation, although it seems to be directly linked to the UFO incident. The benefactor has also brought their own personnel to oversee the military base reconstruction, and the units that basically the specialists and police have been recalled from the scene until further notice. And this is the update we have right now. As you can see, the specialists and police are pretty much entirely gone, except for this one over here. The specialist here, this van is still here, so maybe it could be linked to the personnel that the benefactor hired in. As you can see, you could talk to these people and they will say that, are you with the specialist that they sent? Pack up your things and be on our way. We're overseeing things until the further notice. We also have this person over here that says that the area is secure and they're ready to move forward with something, and then they notice that you're there and tell you that the area is off limits and to leave immediately. This final NPC that's near the note mentions how you need to leave the area now as it's being overseen by a mysterious organization. So very shady business going on here with these three people. So the notes mention how it could be linked to this spaceship. So the spaceship crashed and now we've got these personnel, and if we look very closely into these personnel's outfits, you're going to see a pig. If you go to Cityside County and you are kind of in the entrance here near MC Exotics, you actually go around this corner of this green building and you'll see the concerned police that was there initially with the purple glow on their helmet. It seems to have disappeared now, which is good. And they say that when they were patrolling, they seem to have lost control of their body. And they said that they have a bad feeling about what's going on, which is very interesting. So yeah, there you go. Those are all 5 note updates, including the first update where we actually saw a little bit of it. Keep an eye out on everything. We could be seeing something literally today, or we could be seeing something next week. Who knows? So just keep an eye out on the game and make sure you subscribe to the channel and tap the bell so you get notified as soon as this update comes out. I'll post a video as soon as possible, so then you'll get notified for that. If you want to check out my previous video going over the first note update, including a revamp for the desert, the spaceship crashed in the map, and of course we had the secret note, you can click that video up there. And if you want to check out another video of me buying everything in Mad City, literally completing the game, you can click that video down there. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is IddyMD, and as always, peace out.